Unscripted.
This is the news, and I'm completely honest with you. I was not wanting this to happen. I'm an Xbox fan, and so far it's honestly just a rumor right now, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel like if this does happen to become true, that's the least popular thing that's going to happen. Like, that's going to be something that, you know, nobody wants to be the case, and man, you just have to wonder, like, I'm getting ticked off just thinking about it, but at the same time, I kind of want to just say, you know, what the hell is Microsoft thinking? You know, like, if this is the case, what in the world are they thinking? And this is something that I feel like a lot of people will probably have shared that sentiment with me. Like, what are they thinking? I don't understand it, but hopefully, you know, hopefully, I don't know, this is one instance where I hope this isn't true, because if it is true, I feel like Microsoft and Xbox are in a lot of trouble. So this could be devastating to them, and which would obviously be extremely good news for, you know, it would be extremely good news for Sony and what they're trying to do with the PlayStation, just because, you know, PlayStation obviously seems to pretty much hit it out of the park with everything that they're doing. So yeah, this could be very, very interesting, and very much something that you know, we should all pay attention to very closely, and, you know, just kind of, I guess at the end of the day, you just kind of hope for the best when it comes down to it. But obviously this is not the news that I wanted to hear, and I'm sure that this is not the news that a lot of you want to hear if you're an Xbox fan, or even if you're a PlayStation fan. I mean, you want there to be good competition, and this is not the way to get good competition. So we should get started, though. I can't wait to get into this video. It's something that's going to tick off a lot of people, I can tell. So let's go. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you're looking for a way to help out a dog crap channel like mine, the best way to do it, a simple like. That's right. It's free for you to do, and completely means everything to me. So thank you guys so much for always rocking out with me, and always, like, just being amazing people that you are. So thank you guys so much for all that, and all the love and support and stuff like that. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You guys are simply amazing, and I've enjoyed so much interaction with you guys, and so much you know, just so much love and support there. And I really do hope you guys all have great holiday and stuff like that, and I hope that you guys aren't having problems with your consoles and stuff like that. But with that being said, let's get into it, shall we? So this is something that really ticks me off if this is actually the case, and again, take it with a grain of salt, because we don't know for sure yet, but this comes the way of the Microsoft's initiative and what they might be working on, and this is something that just rubs me the wrong way. So what is Microsoft's much talked about new quadruple A studio, the initiative working on? It's a question that Xbox fans and PlayStation fans have been asking themselves for years now, and if the latest rumors end up being true, the answer may defy expectations. Now, during a recent episode of Xbox Podcast, the hosts discussed what they've heard about the initiative, and according to them, their first big project is actually episodic. They especially compare it to the Netflix series Black Mirror, in that there will be likely be multiple standalone games and stories that will exist within a loosely connected universe. And here's what insider Nick Baker had to say on the subject, and I quote, "All of those episodes of Black Mirror are linked to each other. They take place within the same universe. When I talked about the initiative's games, I'm not saying it's exactly like Black Mirror, but it has that Black Mirror-like aspect to it. It's just stuff we're hearing. I know the word episodic has been thrown around a lot." Later in the conversation, Xbox Era's host played down expectations that the initiative is working on Sony-style blockbusters in the vein of God of War and The Last of Us, and expressed some worries about how the fans will react when their project is finally revealed, saying, and I quote, "I don't think the internet is going to react very well to it. This is going to be bad. A level of bad where people give up on Xbox game studios. Fanboys are going to get really upset and throw out their Xboxes and stuff like that." So again, this is their quote, and this is from a pretty much reputable place. They do an Xbox podcast, so they're not like Sony fanboys or anything like that, but it doesn't sound good, and you have to wonder with the latest rumors. The previous ones had the initiative working on a new third-person game set in the Perfect Dark universe. Again, this could coexist with that if you think about it, because supposedly it was going to take place in that universe, but not be Perfect Dark itself. So we're gonna be seeing something episodic. Personally, I don't want to see something episodic. I want to see something big and something new from them. But even if it is something that's not new or a new IP, at least let it be something AAA that's great. It's really well done, because I feel like this is a little bit of a slap in the face. The series not going to focus specifically on Joanna Dark, but rather a larger Perfect Dark universe. Microsoft maybe wanting to have their own interactive version for Game Pass. Again, take these rumors with a grain of salt, because clearly these are things that obviously not everybody is going to probably agree with or believe. And so again, I always pointed out, hey, these things aren't official until we get something confirmed from the companies themselves. So I do hope that we get that sooner rather than later. And and it's just one of those things that we just, I guess, as fans have to put up with. But that would be huge. That would be huge if that's true, and like people wouldn't be able to damage control that anymore. Anyway, it's like I think we're getting to the point where people can't really damage control to begin with. I just feel like that's sort of kind of going out of the window now. That whole, well, can we damage control? Can we damage control? I just really do think that that's going to be difficult to damage control, because we've already, like, even myself, damage control for years already. We're waiting on this. Let's wait for DX12 to be activated. Let's wait for this. Let's wait for this extra GPU. Let's wait for let's wait for this. Let's wait for that. Now it's like, let's wait for E3. Let's wait for next E3. Let's wait for E3 5 years from now. Let's wait for the tools. It's like the running joke at this point, and I think that people are gonna just have to kind of understand that we're just kind of living in a situation where these things are really, really not great for anybody. Not great for gamers, not great for Xbox fans, not great for PlayStation fans. This isn't the competition that we needed as gamers. I feel like this is something that obviously is going to hurt gaming more than anything, because I do think that it just does not look like it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be into. And again, for me personally, like I said, I would have rather had some type of new AAA, but even if it's not new, even if it is Perfect Dark, let it be a full-on reboot of Perfect Dark or something, but let it be complete, because there's also rumors that Halo is going to get episodic stuff as well every few years, and you're not even going to be able to like sit there and play through the entire story when it does eventually come out. Like, that's not a good way to play through story-based games, in my opinion. I don't like it. I think a lot of people don't like it. I feel like that would be a huge mistake by Microsoft to do that, and I also feel like it's something that just because it fits well in Game Pass doesn't mean that that's something that they should absolutely have to do. I just hope that that's not the case anyway, and I do hope that they kind of come to their senses a little bit. I mean, I guess it might be a little bit late to sort of to sort of change anything now, but at the same time, I just do hope that maybe it's not too late and they can kind of come to some kind of agreement to get something else worked out there, because I just don't like the way that this sounds at all right now, and it does sound like like they're not listening to fans at all, right? Like, you can have a million you can have a million different studios, but if those studios aren't really listening and aren't paying attention and aren't doing what they're supposed to do, then I think that's a really, really bad sign, and I think that's really something that everybody's going to have to think about it and talk to each other. Maybe ask Microsoft. I know a lot of you guys aren't really into that. Like, a lot of you guys would rather damage control and kind of make excuses for them. But if you want Microsoft to make changes and to do things differently, you're going to have to ask them yourselves and make it be known that you're not really looking for that type of thing. So again, you have to do that. Even as, look, I like gaming in general. I like PlayStation, but I have no qualms about doing a video about PlayStation if they piss me off or they do something that I don't like, or if there's a problem with PlayStation. I have no problem with that. I have no problem doing that with Xbox. I never have, even when I was super high on Xbox, you know, like when I thought that they were like the best thing since sliced bread, because that's not how you get things done, right? You're never going to get things the way you want them by not being honest and being upfront about these situations. So again, this is a bad situation for Microsoft, if true, but I'm very curious to hear how everybody else feels about this. Like, the Initiative was like the only studio. I was like, well, they're one of the few studios that they have where they can actually make a AAA game, make a new AAA IP or whatever, and now it looks like they're not even going to be able to do that. So that really does kind of suck. You know, and the fact that they're not going to make something in the vein of how Sony does it, then why get all those great developers? Like, it blows my mind away. But like I said, I'll link this. You guys can check it out. Let me know what you think down below. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Have a fantastic night. Take care of each other. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.